Have you experienced the loss of a loved one? Whether it be a pet, a precious child, a beloved one, or a parent who, despite all the care they've given to you, you couldn't fully repay them. The grief and sense of loss after losing someone dear to you are incredibly deep and difficult to bear. Even if you gaze at a starry sky and take a deep breath, or walk along a peaceful river on a sunny day, no matter where you are and what you are doing, when memories of them resurface, the pain of their absence grips your heart tightly. I have a story I'd like to share with you all. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Kisa Gautami in a village in India, 2,600 years ago. 10 months after her marriage, she was blessed with a charming baby boy. The child was chubby and always smiling. Whether he cried, fussed, passed gas, or soiled his diapers, Kisa adored him immensely. However, just as he began to toddle, the child suddenly passed away. Seeing her son, who had become still, Kisa couldn't comprehend what had happened. Actually, she refused to understand what had happened. Those around her began preparing for the funeral in sorrow, but she chased them away. "What are you doing? My child will recover soon. I must go find some medicine now." Cradling her lifeless child, Kisa roamed the village frantically, seeking help. "My child has become ill and is no longer moving. Is there any way to heal him?" People who saw the dead child wept at her plight, but no one knew how to bring the dead back to life. She pleaded, "If anyone knows anything, please tell me." Some, out of pity, told her, "It's hopeless. This child is dead. You must give up." But she refused to listen, moving to the next house to find a cure. Eventually, one person, realizing that nothing could be said to bring her to reason, suggested, "I don't know of any medicine, but I know someone who might be able to help." Desperate Kisa eagerly asked, "Who?" "The person you seek is Buddha, who resides at the Jetavana." "Is that true? Thank you for your kindness. I will go see him immediately." Kisa ran off joyfully to Jetavana. When Kisa reached Buddha, she tearfully explained that her child had become still and begged for medicine to cure him. Buddha, seeing the child, felt deep compassion for her and said, "I sense the weight of your feelings. I'll tell you the medicine that can save your child. Go into town and fetch a mustard seed. However, there is one condition. The mustard seed must come from a household that has never experienced death." "That's all. I understand." Kisa ran toward town in a hurry. Upon reaching the town, she began visiting houses one by one. "Pardon me, but has anyone in this household passed away?" "Yes, my father died last year. My husband passed recently. We lost a child some time ago." No matter which house he visited, all had experienced death. Still, Kisa continued her frantic search for a household untouched by death. Some were perplexed. "Why are you asking? In our family, many have died over the generations. As a matter of fact, there are more dead than living in this world." No matter how many houses she visited, she couldn't obtain the mustard seed. As night began to fall and families sat down for dinner, Kisa, utterly exhausted, returned to Buddha, carrying her cold, lifeless child in the twilight. Kisa Gotami, were you able to obtain the mustard seed? Buddha asked quietly. Buddha, there wasn't a single household where no one had died. I understand now that my precious child too has died. Sobbing, Kisa finally came to terms with reality, and Buddha, perceiving that her heart was now open to his teaching, spoke. That's right, Kisa Gotami. All people must face death. Whether sooner or later, all living beings will eventually die. How blind we are not to see this truth. Buddha then explained to her that it was not only her child who would die, but that she too is destined to pass away. Kisa Gotami deeply repented and turned to seek the path of Buddha. When we lose our loved one, our minds may grasp the truth, yet our hearts refuse to accept it. Though it is a painful reality, the only way to cease our suffering is to confront it wholeheartedly. Death is a chapter woven into the story of every life.